said, yo, I ain't even trying to hear that. Because I've been believing in myself and thinking about this since I was a teenager. So I kept going. I ended up crashing out. All the money that I saved up in my 20s, all the money I made during COVID and after COVID, I lost all of that shit. Because I ain't take my time. So the second part I tell my 15-year-old self is, yo, don't rush success. Yo, take your time. Yo, literally.
That's heavy.
Take your time with everything. I lost everything I saved up and made in my 20s in a matter of like 2 to 3 years, bro. Yo, I was outside collecting cards at my old job in every weather, bro. In the cold, in the hot days, all of that, bro. I lost all of that, plus the money I saved up during the time of COVID and after. All of that money I stacked up, I lost everything, bro.
Felt that.
At times I get impatient. I can see the future, I see niggas hating. Dreams like liquor if it's all chase time. Dreams like liquor if it's all chase time.
You ready?
I'm gonna set the tone.
Set the tone, my boy.
Set the tone, my boy.
We
got room in the building.
Yeah, we here in Podstream,
So the tone gotta
man.
be set.
Go ahead.
Let's do it.
The tone gotta be set, Deeps.
Yeah, set it up.
I don't know why I hit him this hard, but I gotta do it.
Go ahead.
You ain't know.
I don't know the song, but we gonna vibe to it.
You don't know what song this
You know the
is?
song. He just gotta wait for it to drop.
Is Neo?
Listen as your day unfolds.
What?
Challenge what the future holds.
What?
Try and keep your head up
Bro,
to
you're
the
bugging.
sun.
You know. Then wait when the hook drop.
Whatever's
When the beat
there
drop.
may cause you tears. Go ahead, release your fears.
She from Hempstead?
Stand up and be counted. Don't be
I think so.
ashamed to
I think she's from Hempstead.
You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold,
Oh.
you gotta be wiser.
Wow. This a oldie, man. That's why I remember that, man. I'm a young head.
What's today though? Today's Friday, right?
I'm a young head. Today's Saturday.
Huh?
Today's Saturday.
Listen.
I'm a YN.
What happened? What
This
happened?
memory is shot. They used this when we were having our graduation ceremony. At,
That's why I set the tone with that.
At Jackson, Maine.
At Jackson, Maine? Yeah, Jackson, Maine's a blur to me.
Yeah,
Damn.
They used this at our
Sounds like
graduation
trauma.
Yeah, it was trauma. You know, I need a therapist for that, though, to
Let's
like
talk
unlock
about
my
it.
memories.
How you
wanna
feel
unpack?
about that?
Let's unpack. The Pack
Unpack
Crew.
what? I can't find my
Nah,
memories.
what's
Pack
unpack?
Crew is here
You
to
can't find your
unpack.
therapist? Oh, you
No,
said
my
you can't
memory.
find. Oh,
Those memories back in the day.
This is why I was telling him last night in the chat. I was like, look, I said, don't worry, I got y'all. All right. So
go ahead. I'm just scared, nigga. Like,
nah, don't be scared.
Yeah,
Look,
it's a
listen,
fact.
people. Listen, we to celebrate our 20-year of the boys.
for real?
Yeah.
Oh, 2004, right?
Yeah,
You a
2004.
weirdo. You remember that shit.
Yo, I did not freaking know that shit.
That's crazy. It's 2004.
I mean, but it makes sense. It's not hard to.
Da-da-da-da,
What is
da-da-da-da-da-da.
that?
Nigga got the day book.
Oh, I think I still have this shit.
Look at that.
Do I still have mine?
Memories unlocked.
You about to put that nigga back in trauma.
Nah,
Yeah,
wasn't no
nah.
trauma from that time.
It was,
yeah,
it was
nah,
fresh.
yeah.
It was
It was
bare
all good.
trauma.
Rome about to remember every.
It was bare trauma when I was a kid, boy.
He about to remember every.
Yo, I just wanted a hug from my daddy, bro.
The nigga was like, nah.
You should not be laughing at that, but that shit, the way you
I
said
got
that.
past it. I got past it, but yo, the shorties knew what time it was, man. I had daddy issues, man. Shorties know.
Damn. You had them valid shirts though. You had the valid.
The best
You had
English
the valid-
teacher in the
Yeah,
world,
yeah,
Miss
yeah.
Prince.
Yeah.
Wait, who,
shout
Miss
out to
Prince?
her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to her. Yeah, I remember.
Yo, bro, put out the day book, bro.
Yeah, that's wicked.
And then he signed. Like, what is this? The English Teacher Hall of Fame. First of all, Deeps, we only had the day book for one school year. Why are there multiple school years clocked in? You didn't have. What is this, Miss Prince?
It was like a journal for me, so I used to just go back after.
You still go back to it now?
Yo,
I mean, clearly, nigga brought it to Times Square.
it's a relic.
Yo, what?
A relic from the early
I think I still
2000s.
probably got mine. That's
I'm pretty sure
You
you do.
ain't learned shit.
That's a fact.
Nigga ain't
Textbooks
learning
is outdated
shit.
anyway, bro.
Right?
Yeah.
Bro, it just was like fast. Yo, bro, I remember them days.
I
bro.
remember this exact this little
passage?
short story by Gary Soto.
Nah, that's crazy.
Nah.
So for those of you at home watching,
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Reel 'em in.
Oh.
Reel 'em in. Reel 'em in.
that
Oh.
one is crazy.
Oh. Less.
No. Let's not.
Reel 'em in, my boy.
No,
Go
let's
ahead.
not. Let's not.
Because you brought out the book like you was learning shit. This is.
Let's not.
Nah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Because you will get indicted. It's like
Probably. Statute of limitations ain't up yet, my boy.
Nah, that's crazy. Nah, what you were saying though? You were saying something.
This book is a relic from the time when we first all was in the same class together, and that kind of just set it off. You know,
What teacher we had at that time?
we all had the same class. We had Miss Prince for English,
Okay, I remember. Okay.
right? We had Miss Prince for English.
Well, I thought Miss Lager was the day book at first, but no, that's not her.
I ain't
That
have
was
her.
that was 8th grade.
We
was-
saying people names on this pod
Oh
like they
yeah, my bad.
Oh well.
Oh well.
She wouldn't mind.
Nah,
Love Miss Prince.
nah. It's
I was
all
about to
love.
go to homecoming today, but we here.
Oh yeah, we could have done that.
as people from Hempstead.
We would have turned homecoming.
And my boy Jay right here, he had a genius idea for topic of conversation. What was the question you had, brother? Bring it in, man.
you know you're supposed to be this close to me by law. Nah, let me stop jacking it. Let me stop jacking it. Let me stop jacking it.
Stop believing it.
Nah, but take the book off the table.
I'll take it off?
That's a bit much.
Do you know that? I wasn't sure if that was a valid propaganda.
Yo.
Nah.
Okay.
It was no. It's valid.
No.
I felt like as a shot, it wouldn't look valid.
Yeah.
We don't want
should've
you to
put
put
my
books.
phone.
We don't want.
We
to,
had books on the table last
had
time.
books.
You got books? What else you got?
Yeah, I have books from my travels.
No, let me see.
Jerome said, he was like, yo, my memory from that time period is shot.
So you got more.
Well, okay, so
You should have just brought them all. Oh my gosh.
and then the rest are just my
You
travels.
should have brought them all out at the same time.
Yeah, I
Yo,
remember
bro,
that.
what?
Yeah.
I remember Game Informer.
No, Game Informer was like, wow,
That was really a
bro.
thing.
Look at this date. Check
When
the
you was a
date on
real
that.
Gamer,
Check the date on that.
when you was a real gamer, bro,
Bro,
you really knew
what?
You had
The
to have a-
pages
you had
is
to have a
browning.
subscription.
You know the book, when the pages start browning, the book is like,
It's browning now?
yeah, the
That's a
sides.
classic, bro.
It's vintage.
That shit vintage,
Facts.
my
You
boy.
showing your age right
Damn, you
now.
could laminate these shits though.
Yeah, I still got one collection of them.
I know I'm knocking my mic crazy.
I might rob you for those.
Yo, this don't make sense. What's the other ones?
The rest of them from our travels.
Oh, okay, SOCOM.
Idaho.
Niggas talking about SOCOM 1 being released.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like that's
SOCOM
That's
had people.
Yo,
on the
yo,
show.
man,
2006.
Game Informer, bro.
Yeah, that junk was crazy. Oh shit, that shit was crazy.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
This looked like a kind of whacker edition though. I don't know what games is coming out.
Assassin's
this time.
Creed was top tier though.
It
That's when
was.
it
It
was
was.
first
It
coming out.
was. I don't know. I was flipping the page for something to jump out at me, and I'm like, "What? Maybe it wasn't that lit at this very month right here."
Mm-hmm.
What's in here?
That's before the PlayStation 3 even came out.
Yeah, they talking about what's this? Wind Waker? They talking about?
Might be.
They talking about Wind Waker, Halo. Oh, they talking about everything.
Halo was. Whoo, that junk had me in a headlock for years.
Game Informer is wild. Nah, yeah, I did
already knew,
forget
I
that
already already
last
know,
time.
son. That just it brought it back already.
I did forget that we had books on the John last time.
Yeah.
We did.
That's all right.
We did.
I came prepared.
But
Talk to us, my boy.
yeah, we got Rome in the building. First time
First
back.
time in Podstream.
You know what I mean? Man,
I've
let's
been
do a
hiding
little
for a
toast. Hold
while.
on. Let me drink the wine.
Yeah.
I've been hiding for a while, but I'm here.
Drink the wine
Drinks up, man.
and then pour a shot. No, finish the wine in the cups.
No, this ain't wine.
Oh, the yours is not. Finish what's in your cup. You shouldn't
What's with me?
finish it. Cause you gotta do a shot straight. I'm wilding. We got a toast.
I could toast with this.
Yo, you can't toast with a mixed drink.
I drink
It's
for the
bad luck.
taste.
It's bad luck.
Says who?
Bro, it's bad luck to take a shot with a mixed drink.
I didn't know that.
What you got? Mixed drinks?
No.
Yeah, you got it.
This is
I
just
don't-
the
That's
pure.
straight?
I don't
that's
believe
pure.
in that.
That's straight.
All right, so I'm
Yo, you're just straight already.
It's pure. Yeah.
Wait, straight what?
This.
You shot in wine? Who are you?
What am I
people?
shotting?
Give me a little baby shot.
The Tito's?
Yeah.
Oh.
Give me a little baby shot. Let me get a baby shot.
All right,
All right, let me finish this.
Yeah, finish that.
Blend me in. Blend me in. All right.
Yeah. You ain't shot with no.
Hold up.
Yeah,
That's
finish that
crazy.
up. Finish that up, my boy. Yeah, you're done. Yeah, you're done. You're cooked. Yeah, y'all cooked. Take a little shot. Shout out to Peer Pressure.
Shout out to peer pressure. Don't fall for it.
Don't fall for peer
don't
pressure.
Peer Pressure and 90 billion. You ain't gonna toast me up.
To the Pack Crew, man.
To the crew,
Yeah,
man.
you know
20
it.
years,
20
bro.
years.
Yeah,
Here's
I
the
hate
20
you guys.
Here's the 20 more.
I hate you
that's
guys
a
so
fact.
I
much.
love y'all.
Yeah, that's love. You know that.
Word.
You taking it?
Let's get
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that joke was kind of crazy. Why y'all let me talk y'all into doing that?
Crashed out on that.
That was have we crashed out?
I'm good money.
Yeah, Deep's always good money. Then watch when we walking out. Oh, I'm going back in?
Going in for more?
This guy's
Nah.
Jamaican.
He said, yeah, he is.
I like
you
my
set the
Ray-
tone.
Jamaican.
Let's be having fun right now,
I like
man.
my Ray and nephew,
Y'all like
man.
Yo, I bust my ass setting up for y'all.
I like
Yeah.
my Ray and
I
nephew.
want y'all know.
I ain't
I
gonna
know.
hold you.
I went in.
Appreciate that.
Nah, it's
I
love. I
went in setting up
appreciate
for
you.
We gonna
y'all.
have
I
fun
ain't
with
never
this
set
one.
nobody up like this before.
Nah, it's love.
Yeah.
I thought you were stripping again though.
You got OnlyFans now, right?
Only Deeps.
I have a only Deeps.
Only Deeps.
I have a-
That sounds disgusting.
I have an only crew.
Only
He does have an
crew.
only crew, bro.
That's crazy.
Now let's get it, boy. We here.
All
Let's
right,
get to
yeah.
work.
So listen, we have a
Yeah.
topic of discussion today.
Word.
Well, I think it's dope that we're 20 years in. That's cool. I
That's rare.
ain't peeped that. So it just makes us even better. So we're gonna talk about a lot of things, but the basis of this discussion is well, being that I'm older than both of y'all, and y'all's my sons.
Barely.
We've got about maybe roughly 2 years of experience into 30s by now, right?
Yeah.
So I was thinking, like, what would you tell your 15-year-old self about turning 30? If you could look back, reflect. First of all, today, October 19th, is National Evaluate Your Life Day.
That's the thing?
It's a real thing. Make sure
wow.
you turn it all the way to, they ain't run that check.
Yes, facts.
October 19th is National Evaluate Your Life Day.
Evaluate
Real
your life.
thing. And so the question again, what would you tell your 15-year-old self about turning 30? Should I start?
If you got it.
If you want to
yeah,
bring
go
it
for
in, if you got
Set
it.
I did want you to start.
You wanted me to start?
Yeah.
Okay.
Man.
I go last or something.
Yeah, you gonna go last. You first.
Aight.
Yeah.
So if I was gonna tell my 15-year-old self
Mm-hmm.
something about turning 30, the very first thing I would tell him is
Or her.
Yeah, or her.
No.
have a skill set, man.
Have a
Okay.
skill set.
Have a skill set. Something where you can definitively. Is that a word? Definitive?
Yeah.
Yo, rock with it, man.
Yeah, I'm
It's
lit
confidence.
already, bro.
If it's not a word, we gonna coin it tonight and we gonna trademark that
There we
shit.
go.
You
Yeah.
heard? Definitively
Mm-hmm.
have a skill set, something that when you finish school, you're guaranteed to get a job and make some money. Because upon graduating high school, it was a struggle
Yeah.
for my family, myself.
Yeah.
Upon graduating high school, with everything that was going on within the home,
Right.
with pops having to move out,
Right.
and me going to college, having to take out loans,
Yeah.
and so when I reflect in hindsight, I say to myself sometimes, like, man, maybe I should have just went to BOCES.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Bosey
'Cause-
was actually a great idea at the time, bro.
Nah, honestly, like for real,
Nah,
because
real
bro,
talk.
sometimes when I'm like, currently now, like even in my job search,
Yeah.
I say to myself, I'm like, I look for jobs on Indeed that are BOCES type
They getting
jobs,
chicken.
skills,
Yeah, they use
skill
their
sets.
hands and stuff. Yeah, facts.
Feel me? And I'm like,
Facts.
you know, because I didn't do that, I went to school, and nothing against what I went
Nah,
to school for,
Of course not.
but let's realistically, what you say all the time, I'm not using that degree right now.
Facts, bro. Remember, we used to look down upon some people that went to BOCES. Like, BOCES was kind of like a secondary.
And that,
You know what I mean? That was the mindset.
And that wasn't our fault.
No, of course not.
And that wasn't our
Of course
fault.
not. We didn't know any better.
We didn't know no better, but it was always like a background option.
Yeah.
Because go to college was always at the forefront.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you're right.
You
Right.
feel me?
You're right. You're right.
Right.
You're right. You're right.
If you're not doing good in school, then you go to BOCES. That's
yeah.
how we looked at it.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
If you're not there,
I think that kind of changed after us.
We had a trip. I remember when we was in 6th grade, we had a trip to go to BOCES. And we went to BOCES, and it was just like a regular.
regular.
But you know, that
college
is-
was always pushed.
That is how.
So that's
you're
what I
right.
would, that's what I would tell my 15-year-old self.
Uh-huh.
Get a valid skill set before, you know what I'm saying? Make sure that's something that you have in mind. Make sure you have something in mind like a skill set.
Okay.
You know, IT is great.
Right.
It's great, but in this climate, in this landscape that we're in, they're looking for people with experience, because I tried for applying for jobs upon getting my degree, and because I didn't have experience, maybe I probably should have interned while I was in college, but again,
Yeah.
like that.
I
That
didn't-
goes.
Facts,
Yeah.
facts.
you know what I mean? I didn't know no better. So
You ain't
that's
know,
what
though. It's not your fault.
yeah, that's what I would tell my 15-year-old self. Make sure you get yourself a skill set. You know, if you want to do the IT thing too,
Right.
cool, but get a skill set too. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
That's valid.
that's what I would say.
Valid.
I'm gonna jump in. I'm gonna drink this drink that Rome hating on.
Oh yeah, I hate that to the core.
That's another one of your traumas. That's why you don't like it.
Nah,
You don't like Saki because of that birthday.
I speak my truth.
You hear me, D?
It was a great time that night. I ain't gonna lie.
So, what would I tell my 15-year-old self about turning 30? Yeah, so I got a couple. So if you ever think of something else that you would tell your 15-year-old self as well,
Yeah.
while we talking, bring that back too.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start with I would tell my 15-year-old self that, like, being a man or a grown man, responsibilities,
Yeah.
I guess, to have a better mindset towards it. Okay, so I would say like this. I would tell my 15-year-old self that being tired but having the bills paid is a lot better than having free time and having fun and then worrying about bills. Because this is something I would tell my 15-year-old self about, specifically being 30. Maybe when you're like 15, you're like, you know, that's the thing you think about 15. Like, you're not missing out on anything. Like, yeah, have your fun,
Right.
but have a different mindset on growing up and coming into what this thing is.
Adulthood.
Adulthood, but being a man.
Yeah.
Being a man, specific. It's a very specific thing. And to me, I think growing up, it didn't look lit. Like, the men in my family made that shit look stressful as hell. You know what I mean?
Work hard all day.
Work hard all day.
Facts.
But now I get to a point, I guess I do what I love to do.
Yeah.
So that's different, right? So that is something that I did do, and that from 15 I knew I would try to do. So I could see how it's different there, but I feel like growing up, being a man, having everyone like depend on you and all this, it looks so stressful, but it's I just see how achievable that was. And that, you know what I mean? So what that did to me, looking at my family and my family history and how stressful they made having these manly responsibilities look, it made me shy away. It made me hold on to my youth more than I needed to. You get what I'm saying? I was going to be young for as long as my age was that.
Right.
And I would tell my 15-year-old self that 30 is young.
Yeah, it is.
You don't know that at 15. There's no way. How did you
do.
look at 15-year-olds when? How did you look at 30-year-olds?
Oh,
when
now
you
they
were
old
15?
heads at 15.
You get what I'm saying?
Not to me.
To me,
Not
yeah.
to me. To me, I thought 40 was old. To me, I was like, all right, once you hit, because I remember. For me, it's different because my parents were 30 when I was born.
Yeah.
So growing up as an adolescent,
Yeah.
I always thought they were still young. See, the first time I saw my father grow gray hairs or turn 40, that's when I was like, okay, all right, he's old now. Because I
you.
always knew, just because, like I said, I'm a numbers guy.
Yeah.
So I always knew 40 was like a really, like 40 is a big number.
That's when things started changing and stuff, right?
Yeah.
I got you.
And so at 40, when it was his 40th birthday in the year 2000, I was like, yeah, Pops is getting old now.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So 30 to me was like,
you're not there yet.
it ain't nothing.
He was
because he was 32
Got you.
when I was born, and right when I look at my life now, I'm the same age he was when I was born, and I still ain't got no kids yet.
Right. And he already had one kid by that time.
He already had a kid by that time, so I'm like,
I'm the last. My mom had me when she was 30, 32.
yeah,
And I'm the last. So my mom's having her last kid at 30, but my father is older.
right.
Much. I guess my dad had me when he was 36.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So yeah, growing up, my dad, I mean, he looks good for his age, still does, but I saw him look and behave like an older man. You know,
See, and I think that's the contrast between you and I, because my father was always
he was young in
nigga,
body.
young nigga. Even that ass. Even even now, bro. Like, I spent the whole year out there with him. He still talk. Like, I know my pops is getting old. Shout out to you, Dad. I love you forever, man. But I know he's getting older because his mindset on like how a lot of things have changed in the landscape of things. But I don't want to derive too far from your, you know.
No, we still on. Trust me.
You know what I mean? So
Because I mean, I have another one. Okay, so let me say.
I got like 6.
That's what I'm saying. So yeah, drop one because I'm gonna drop another. So go ahead, drop one.
All right, drop one.
What's one thing you would tell us?
All right, so I'm gonna go in order. So the first one I had was don't go off of other people's timelines, because I see now in my 30s.
Nah, listen.
Now, real talk, in my 30s, like,
You
because
not
now
been.
I'm seeing everybody now. You know, they getting married, they having kids, things like that, and it's like, yo, where I'm at in my life, all that's gonna happen. That's all gonna happen when the time comes, of course. Like, I'm planning that. That's all gonna happen. But growing up, it's like we had set timelines of like, yo, by this age you gotta be married. By this age
we
you
always
gotta
try
have
some
kids.
shit like that.
You know what I mean? And for me, it's like, yo, I'm not even there yet. Mentally, I don't feel like I'm there yet. Like, yo, now financially for myself, it's already a lot. So to bring another kid into the world right now, yo, it's crazy. You understand me? So for me, tell my 15-year-old self, yo, if you not ready, don't let society push their agenda on you. If you want to do something at this age, yo, you take your time. Take your time. Don't rush it, because it's your life. Because now what's gonna happen is you listen to everybody else who do it. Who really gonna be there for you? It's gonna just be you.
Yeah, right. It's just
So
gonna be you.
Why are you going off what everybody else wants you to do, and they're not gonna sit there and be there for you for real?
Yeah.
So I tell myself, like, yo, take your time. Whatever you got set in your life and what you want to do, yo, go by your timeline. Because everybody's timeline is different. It don't work. Yo, by 30 you gotta be this. Everybody's timeline is different.
Right.
So that's one thing I'll say.
True.
Did you have like an issue before, like seeing, like, did you ever find yourself equaling up to other people's timeline, like seeing other people make moves, like even maybe when you were younger, like?
Yeah, I used to compare myself. I'm not even going front. Yeah, like, yo, at this age, I see people doing this. I'm like, yo, I'm not there yet. So I kind of like, it make me feel like I need to go harder.
Yeah.
But everybody's life is different. Like, we grew up different. Like, everything we go through in life is not the same.
Yeah, it's not
so we
the
can't
same,
sit here and
bro.
say this is the way to success. Yo, that might be my route, but you're right. You might have to go left. You're right. You might have to go right.
Yeah.
Everybody's timeline
Everybody's
is
path
different.
is different.
Everybody's path is different. There's
Right.
no one way for it to lead to that destination, whatever it may be.
Right.
So for me, I tell my 15-year-old self, like, yo, take your time. Don't listen to what nobody say. If this is what you want to do, go by your timeline.
Right.
And do what you do.
That's a fact.
I felt that on a personal level
Nah, real
because
talk.
of what you and I were doing going into our 30s.
Right.
And see, that's something I want to touch on too. That hit me on a personal level because, bro, I went through that and I found myself going down a path towards oblivion.
Of course. Of course.
And it's like, for good reason too.
Right.
For good reason, for pure reasons. All I want to do is put myself in a better position in life financially,
Of course.
where me and my peoples and my family, my friends and my loved ones don't gotta struggle, and we can get out this rat race.
Right.
That's all I want. That's all I want, to just live a life of abundance,
There we
peacefully, and on my own terms.
There we go.
So, you know, but in the pursuit of doing that, by this timeline that he and I had both set on ourselves,
Yeah. No, I feel you.
we were leading our paths. We were leading ourselves down a path towards self-destruction.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For noble reasons.
Yo.
For noble reasons. But thank God, you know, we have each other, and divine intervention steps in and it's like, all right, time for a course redirection.
You know, so when me and Jamal started like doing film, right? Somebody, I can't remember who it was, but I remember we always said, like, you know, Jamal was the first person that I openly said, I want to make movies. I want to be a filmmaker. He's the first person I said that to. He's the first person in my family that I saw doing it.
Yeah.
And I remember in sharing goals, he had said like, oh, I want to have a full-length feature film out by the time I'm 21.
Yeah.
And because, like, you know, by the time Spike Lee was that age, he had a feature out and stuff like that. And I had internalized that too. I was like, yeah, by the time I'm... And then I remember openly saying that to someone, like someone working in film. We were like on a film set, but it was an older person. I don't know if it was a theater director, maybe my theater director at the time or somebody. And I was like, these like, what are your goals and stuff like that? What's your ambition for film? And I proudly said, I want to have a full-length feature by 21. And he was like, why 21? And I was getting ready to say, oh yeah, because by this time Spike Lee had one. But me about to say it, I was like, oh.
Yeah,
Because I knew where he was taking me. I knew where he was driving me.
Right.
Yeah.
And that was when I realized that was the first time I learned like what comparing yourself is.
Right.
And to me, it just didn't even sound right saying it out loud. And I was like, that's not it.
Yeah.
Right.
That ain't it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
See,
Right.
and it's to your point, I had to learn the hard way in terms of setting timelines on yourself.
Facts.
You say, okay, I want this by this age,
Facts.
or I want this by this age, and when you don't
Right.
meet that expectation that you set for yourself,
Man, life is over at that point.
it's
I feel like it.
That's what I'm saying. It will feel like it.
it's a hard reality check.
It is, but it's like, so I don't really go fully against the grain. Like, I think that it's good to have marks, like time marks. Like, you feel like, by 21 I want this, by 30 I want this. I think that's good. I also think it's good to go out there and get it. But one of the things I saw in my life is like, what if that's going to literally mess up your general path?
Yeah.
Or what if you literally have to... What if you find yourself literally financially harming yourself to either achieve that or make it look like you achieved that? What if you're literally messing up relationships, your relationships, like whether it be family, whether it be friends? What if you're literally messing those balances up, trying to act like you know, when those things happen, then that's not it. But I do still actually kind of, you know, it is still a good thing to set a milestone, an age milestone, like I want to be, you know what I mean? Because
it's a goal thing.
It's a goal. It's good to set goals.
Yeah,
it's good to set goals because I do feel one of my second one, what I would tell my 15-year-old self about turning 30 is that I would have, not that I regret, but looking back, I would have went on tour. I would have went on I turned down tours. You know what I mean? Because I felt like
what kind of tours, like
music.
Oh,
Music.
wow. Okay.
You know, I would have went out on the road. I would have went. You know, I mean, I traveled. I traveled for work on my own time.
Yeah.
But I would have, looking back, I would have took some of these opportunities with established organizations and groups.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I would have taken that time. Because now it's like, I felt like younger would have been the time to do that and even mess up, even crash out, because I'd have been back by now chilling.
Right. Yeah.
But who knows? Who knows what my life would have become if I did that? Right. So that's why I'm saying it's not a regret. I'm saying, though, I would have, being that was something that I would have liked to experience because of the connections, because of just
the networking.
The networking on a different level,
right.
the experience that I would have gotten because I now need to give that experience out.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I do now need to give that experience out. You know what I mean? To talk to a younger generation about what that's like.
Right.
I would have been able to do that more with more. Of course, I did travel for work still, but with like actual touring experience, I felt like that would have been good to have, and it would have been better to get that at a younger age than now.
Right.
Do you think if you had did that younger at a younger age, the payoff by now would have been more satisfactory?
The financial payoff, I'm not sure, but the motto that I live by is I am rich in life experience. If life experience was currency, I'd be one of the richest people on the face of the earth.
Got you.
Now I would have been richer.
That's dope.
I like that.
Yeah.
I would have been richer with more touring experience. So I don't know about the financial payoff, but in terms of experience, I would have met a lot more artists, worked with a lot more artists. I would have wrote something. I would have wrote something because I was in Paris.
Yeah.
Why was Niggas in Paris written? Because niggas was in Paris.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So I would have had a Niggas in Paris.
Yeah.
I got a Niggas in Grenada.
Nah.
I got a Niggas in Grenada. But you know what I'm saying? I would have wrote something in Japan because I was in Japan. So I'm thinking, like I'm saying, it's not a regret. I'm saying that if I could tell my 15-year-old self or my 21-year-old self or somebody who's 21 or 15, I would tell them, yo, while you're young, would be the time to tour. That goes based on your life. Based on my life, I could have. There's some people who 15 and they literally can't. Their moms need them at the crib. They so and so. You get what I'm saying? But in my life, I could have at that time, and I would have. I don't regret, but I'm saying I would tell my 15-year-old self, yeah, man, go down there, go out there, take that trip.
I like that.
You know what I mean? So
It's dope.
that was my. You have another one?
I actually have it's another question that I just thought of while we were speaking, while you was just
Yeah. Ha! Lit man.
What's the question, man?
Drunkie. What's the question? Drunkie. Say no.
What would you guys tell yourselves from the time that we first started this podcast in terms of experiencing growth? From 2018 to now.
What I tell myself?
Yeah, because
Like starting off.
just a refresher from when we y'all remember our very first episode? If y'all don't, I remember. I'll refresh.
Was that your
I
crib?
know it was at the crib.
It's at my crib.
Yeah, it was at the crib.
And it was friends with benefits,
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
right?
I probably would have told myself at that time, it was 2018, right?
Yeah.
2018, I would have told myself, like,
What a good year, son.
it was good, yeah. There's nothing wrong with having a therapist. Real talk. It's not like, I know in our culture, you feel me? Like, I know that's
Not
kind of
to-
like taboo. But
Not to cut you off,
yeah.
but at that time, were you adverse to the idea of?
I wasn't adverse. I couldn't find the right therapist. And now I'm not gonna lie, I didn't put the time into it for real to really like research and find the right one. But in my head, I'm like, I know I need therapy. Like the things that I went through growing up, you understand me? I know I needed a therapist at that time. Like I knew.
Respect.
But because I didn't know who to talk to, I didn't know who to vent to. I need somebody that had a professional background that could sit and say, yo, listen, you went through all this because of X, Y, Z. You feeling this way because of X, Y. Like I knew I knew that for a while, but I never really took the time to really find one. I have one now, but at that time, I think I would have told myself to like put more effort to actually find a therapist and really work through my traumas, because I've been dealing with my traumas most of my life, and it affected a lot of things in my life, like relationships, the way I thought. A lot of things in my life was affected because I knew I had trauma, I knew I had issues, and I just like, nah, I'm good. Nah, I'm good, because now in our culture we don't really advocate for therapy.
Right.
It's kind of like taboo.
Yeah.
It's like you have a therapist,
when
like
we're currently now.
I'm healing.
Yeah.
I'm healing every day, bro.
That's what's
And
up.
it's never gonna end, bro. Every day I wake up, bro, I'm healing because this is something I've been doing with all my life.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I would definitely told myself like take more of an initiative to really start finding a therapist and really finding yourself and healing through all the traumas you've been through. You feel me? Because I've been through a lot. Even like today, I ain't gonna front. I'm about to go deep today.
Talk to him.
Yo,
Let's
all
go.
my pointers. Yo, I'm not gonna say nothing right now. But when we get into the conversation more, I'm gonna really start talking my
Let's
talk,
go,
man.
son.
But yeah, therapist is definitely A1, hands down.
Boy, Rome.
Yeah, it's your boy Rome. I'm about to light it up, boy. I ain't gonna hold you. I wrote it down. Yo, I pre-planned this since this morning, just so y'all know.
Nah, yeah.
Everything
of
is
course.
meditated. Everything premeditated. Facts. But yeah, I definitely tell myself therapist for real, like ASAP.
I like that. I like that. I like that.
I don't really know. I'm not. I gotta think. You know what you
What
would
if
have told
you-
yourself about the pod?
What have you learned?
What have I learned?
Yeah, in terms of, cause let's be real. Let's keep it a buck, right?
Oh, I'm gonna keep it 110.
Let's keep it a buck, right?
Oh,
We've been doing this. We've been doing this.
Nah.
We may
Before
not have been.
2018.
We may not have been as consistent
and
as-
recording.
in recording,
Facts.
but we started this podcast. Everybody got a podcast. Let's be real. Let's be
Real
real.
talk.
Everybody got a, and I'm here for it. I'm here
That's
for
supportive.
it. I'm here for it.
Facts.
Everybody got a podcast now, and I think it's. I really do think it's dope.
Yeah.
But we've been here since before
Since
podcast.
nobody had a podcast.
Yo, we
real.
been in your room, dog.
Yo, when we first started this, he was the one who actually told me. He was like, "Yeah, Nick, be podcasting." Because when I first came, I remember when I first came up with the idea, podcast wasn't even in mind. It was just
Yeah, I think we started that trend for real.
yeah, like
We
we
ain't
just
go viral like everybody else, but
nah.
yeah,
we
we've
was
been
just
doing
like,
this for
yo,
a minute.
let's just set the cameras up in my dining room and
Yeah, I feel you. I think I do remember telling you that what we were doing is
yeah,
podcasting.
he was like,
This is-
yeah, nigga, we podcasting. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh shit.
For many
Yeah.
years, bro.
Yeah.
We've been in your room, bro, for many years, talking some real conversations.
Before
and
podcast
having
was
real
even a thing, like
facts, bro.
you know what I mean. So what I've learned since doing this, especially from watching other people do their thing,
Yeah.
and just have an identity, just have a logo,
Right.
have brand and
Right.
merchandise, and
Right.
I'm not wearing anything PackedCrew related right
Yeah,
now, but
we gonna get it next one.
just the beauty of this, what I love about this the most is that no matter how much time you take off from it, as long as you got cameras and a working phone or something, you can
good.
always come back to doing this.
It's therapeutic too.
It's very he said it one time. He was like, "This is what keeps us together," and I was like,
Yeah, it do.
I felt that.
Yeah, there was I think that was more so during the pandemic. So that's one of the things I learned. I learned during the pandemic that starting the pod, like, you know, we started it before that, like I realized, I was like, man, like that was like a glue that kept us still linking.
Yeah, definitely.
That kept us linking. Even when niggas was in the crib quarantining, that kept us linking.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so that just because we had the link made so many things,
yeah,
so many wheels turn. It's like, all right, boom. Say for example, I'm not even feeling DP. Oh shit, me and DP gonna see each other on Tuesday. Now I either gotta flop, or I gotta make sure me and DP good before we link on Tuesday. Or when we see each other on Tuesday, we will hash it out.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So that
Right.
kept us linking. So that's one of the things I did learn. Like as I was starting a pod as a group, you know, I learned that when you're in arms with others on something, you have something that you guys both put passion and love into, and that makes an absolute difference. And so like I'll see like other relationships or other friend groups, and it's like on the outside, you know, because I don't know about them as friends, but on the outside looking in, you know, you see so many relationships fade. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And it's like, well, what was that between y'all that wasn't so lit that like you could let that go so easily.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think about it like, damn, there was nothing that could have kept y'all.
Right.
There was nothing in the middle of y'all that could have kept y'all
Solid. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I did learn what I kind of learned what is it that makes you and somebody like here, and it's you're sharing something. It's labor, like it's a literal labor of love.
Yeah.
So I did understand that. I've seen pods groups here that fell out. I watched them fall out.
Come and go.
Watched them fall out, and I'm like, fuck.
What is that like?
It hurts because I saw us not fall out. I promise you, I've seen pod groups no longer, and I'm engineering and I'm watching, you know what I mean? I see the tit for tat and I'm like, we had similar arguments. Like they could bounce back and now I've seen them not bounce back and I'm like,
that must be
what the, like I want to intervene, but that
must be like a culture shock.
It's real.
Yeah, it's shocking because we bounce back.
Yeah. We've had our own internal disputes amongst each other, but we've always bounced. It's never been anything that's group breaking. It's never been anything that breaks up what we've built up over the course of these 20 years.
Like I said in that video, Foundation.
I was about to say that.
Day one.
What video?
And that's on Instagram, baby, on my IG page.
Say it again. Say it again.
I said the foundation been concrete since day one. We was all there chilling. You know what I mean?
What's the vid? Let me see. Pull it up. Let me see.
On IG.
It's on your gram now.
It's on my gram right now, man.
Let me Speaking of the gram, though.
I be signing off for that junk. That junk be messing my head up.
I have to stop going to war in the comments.
You still be?
I
don't mess with that.
I mean, let me.
I got the vid. You play it?
Yeah, play it on the.
Put it towards the mic too.
Yeah, put it on the mic. Put the speaker to the mic.
Why junk not loading?
I'm gonna tell y'all what's up with me and going to war.
My service is trash.
Damn, I should have gave y'all the Wi-Fi before we started.
Nah, pause, but it's there though. It's on my page.
Send it to my DM right now.
I got it.
Alright, I'm gonna send it to your DM right now.
Then I'll pull it up. You gonna send it to Jada World Boss or JTM?
Which one you want?
JTM, because I'm already there.
Alright, bet.
I got that video.
Yeah, I just sent it. Yeah, I don't know why this junk not playing, but it's there though.
Oh nah, it's not playing automatically for me too. They be doing like that for older vids.
I peeped that. Yo, a lot of my vids don't work.
Yeah.
Oh, they slaughtered me, bro.
Nah, they slaughtered niggas. They slaughtered niggas.
Yo, the old footage I can't play back?
Well, the caption says brotherhood isn't just a word. It's total dedication to each other, not just when it's convenient. Many people say it, but very few live it. Facts. So that's the caption. They're not playing the vid because they hate it. You know what I mean?
You know that, yeah.
But yeah, there was a foundation that was set, man.
Foundation been concrete since day one.
Yeah, that's a fact. About the gram, now, I like I was saying, I gotta stop going to war in the comments. But let me make myself understood. See, I do this. I do the radio thing. I do the pod thing. I do the journal. A lot of just music journalism. It's a lot of. I write all day. I can write all day. Yeah. I can write all day. I'll take a piece of a thought and I can write about it all day. So when I respond to a comment, it's really nothing to me. It's really nothing to me. But
trolling, dog.
Everybody aren't used to debating as much as I am. Like it's nothing to me. And sometimes I'll see a comment and be like, if one person gonna learn today, it's this one right here. Whoever this is right here that wrote this bullshit, they about to learn today because I'm about to send something profound.
But they not gonna learn though.
They don't be ready.
Social media.
Sometimes they don't learn. Social media is not a real place. It's not. That's what I be telling niggas in the comments. I will pull up in a comment and tell somebody
to give
somebody
a reality
like. There's a real world out there, and you're not in it.
They're not trying to hear that,
missing. Though. Hear me out. I just had it was a couple messages. It was over the course of a couple of hours. I saw a comment with a black man. He's probably gonna watch this episode. You see, I'm telling you, things happen, bro. Mm-hmm. Things happen. See, I do have to stop going to war in the comments. But I've had experiences where it has been fruitful. Mm-hmm. He's probably going to watch this episode.
Okay.
I saw a comment where I felt like another black man was tearing down another black man in such a time where this Diddy thing is going on.
Okay.
I wanted the man to know, watch what you saying, especially without context, because you know what times we in.
Yeah.
He had some say so for me as well. And, you know, we get to arguing. I get to disrespecting. Like, and that's the thing I try to avoid. It's like, all right, get your point across without cursing at somebody. Get your point across without calling somebody dumb, ignorant. But I did kind of learn that from my upbringing. Like, when I was brought up and they corrected me, they also insulted me. You know what I mean? So sometimes I let that fly. Sometimes like, you ignorant, dumb, and then I'll put a very profound point. But when you put the profanes in there, maybe they only hear and see the profanes, and they're only acting on that. You know what I mean? So all that was in there. All that muddiness was in there. But in what we were talking about, one of the things that struck out to me, he's like, oh, you must not be a father of daughters. And I was like, I'm not. And I was like, wait, let me backtrack. When he sent that, see, it takes me, because I'm the one that's going to see somebody's comment and want to,
All right, yeah.
you about to learn something, right?
Yeah.
It also takes me to be the one to backtrack and to change the course. If I was like, hold on, you right. And I'm not going to sit here and act like I disagree with everything you said, because I mostly agree with you, especially on the biggest problem in the music industry. I agree with you on so much, so I'm not going to act like I don't. And I let it be known, I overstepped. I'm not a father. So I gave him a comment about overprotective fathers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
I was like, I overstepped on that. But from my angle, it's like, I mean, I counsel grown men all the time. You know what I mean? It's not, trust me, I do not think it's like arrogant of me to tell, my father is not as smart as I am, and he's a father.
Right.
When you come from that experience with me, you can look at a grown man, an old man, a father, and be like, oh no, I have something you need to learn.
Right.
But I did tell him, I overstepped. I am not a father. The comment I made about fathers, I take that back. And the convo turned into him now saying, nah, I peep what you saying. You were saying like, we out there, we can't be. And it turned into a good
ground right there. Yeah, I started figuring out too.
Commonality.
And that's what I go for.
Yeah, commonality.
That's why I do it.
right.
But a lot of people don't have tough conversations. And so I'll be throwing tough conversation all over the place. Some people really be tossed up. And I hope that man, I hope his day wasn't messed up in the beginning of our conversations, because mine was good. I was writing that. I was doing the radio. I was engineering a pod here. It was just another journalism thing that I was doing. It was another piece of writing that I was doing that I wanted people to see and learn from. And I was still going about my day, and I hope that he was going about his day too. You know what I mean?
Right,
I hope I didn't like completely. So I was like, yeah, I definitely have to stop going to war in the comments.
Facts.
And it's gonna be tough because I'm still gonna comment.
For sure.
I'm still gonna comment. I still have things to say. I scroll. I have people. They say some. I mean, I feel like in the life that I have carved out, I have made it to where I be having more time than other people who do other types of work. I've made it to where I can write all day.
Because your work is in the digital space.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah,
it is.
it is.
Your work is in the digital space. So you have, your time that you have, I guess you could say, quote unquote, free. You're in the digital space because you're still, in a sense, working.
But now, that's another reason, and this is going into a different convo. But that's why I have to do this because I can. Now, if I was doing something else, I wouldn't be able to. If I was doing another type of work, I wouldn't be able to be uploading while recording. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be able to do that in other mediums.
Would you tell that to your 15-year-old self?
What?
In terms of your work life currently?
Tell what exactly? Like, what I tell myself?
So because technology has advanced and grown as we've grown up and gotten older, would you? Because that's something that even me at 15 years old, I knew that technology is always going to keep on advancing and growing. That's why I got myself into
IT shit.
Exactly, because even at that age, when we first, like in the last episode we was talking about like MySpace pages and everything like that. I always knew that technology was going to keep on advancing and growing. That's why I got myself into that field when I first got into college.
Gotcha.
But I didn't realize at that time the necessity of having some type of experience upon graduating before trying to apply for a job. I remember when I was working in the hospital, when I was working in the medical field, I was working with a brother, a Haitian guy, and my man Jimmy. Shout out to Jimmy, man. And when I first connected with that brother and linked up with him, and he was the first person who really opened my mind into the idea of the day trading thing. But I'm not going to go into that while we're here right now.
I'm going to take y'all into that, but go ahead.
All right.
I got 5 more.
But when I first met Jimmy, he first told me about how the IT field is a very, very competitive field, especially for people of color like us.
Right.
He said, you remember, he was Haitian. He was like, Chris, you make sure you gotta have somebody. Make sure you gotta know somebody.
Right.
You gotta know somebody, brother.
Right.
It was like, he said he had tried for a job in CT, and that they didn't. He was talking on the phone and told him his ethnicity, and they didn't get back to him because of this.
Yeah.
And so I was like, And me having graduated 2 years prior with just my associate's degree, it's only a 2-year degree, but I'm saying to myself, like, damn. So I'm trying, because I had been trying from the time I had graduated. Right. I'm saying to myself, like, man, not getting no calls back, no nothing, because I don't have no experience, nothing. I'm like, man, that's when my mind first opened up to the, because especially from talking to this guy at the job, and we both doing transport work, we both transporters, and I'm like, man, maybe I get into this. We look into this, the whole day trading thing. But again, on the back end, that's when my whole idea of what I was saying originally about having a skill set comes into play. Because when I talked to my pops on the phone, he's like, man, you need a skill set, son. Like, you need a skill set. He's like, I understand what you're trying to do, and I respect it, and I'm not gonna.
Right.
But he's like, I'm not gonna help you with that, and I gotta respect that. I gotta respect that, because he's like, to me, it's gambling. He's like, to me, it's gambling. So I'm like,
it don't add up to him.
Yeah, and I get it, because from his generation, it's a different generation,
Of course.
So I'm like, and then now with me having what I have under my belt, I'm like, okay, I see where he's coming from. Right. Because me coming back home, if I didn't come back home, my CDL license, I'd be up to
You just have way more options with that.
I do. And if I didn't come home with that, I'd be up Sis Creek.
And I wanted to see, when I was saying I'm going to take you out there, I know, because I wrote this, it's not going to take us out of the thing.
For sure.
But when you were asking me, like, I was talking about my work, and you were saying, like, you were asking for something that I would tell my 15-year-old self out of that. And I did have where, with just being able to multitask, with being able to run tasks, like, just, I feel like we were coursed. Like, and I said it before, like, I feel like it's funny how we were like kind of coursed to everything that we would become, that we would have to do in the world, or that they would want us to do in the world. Like, y'all got to do this shit, because the older generation can't, and somebody got to do it. Right. Somebody got to do the IT. Somebody has to do it. And it literally has to be us, and that's all they fed us. You know what I mean? And so when y'all mentioned trading, I was like, you motherfuckers been trading on Pokemon forever. And you know what I mean? And I was like, you know what I mean? And I was like, it's crazy. So one, I want to, because I know that I had ended up, I became LimeWire. I literally became a media hub. I became, like, now to this day, I used to go online and download thousands of files of music, download every movie that I can and archive it. You know what I mean? And now I do that for businesses. You know, they're wilding outside right now, but it's okay. I have became LimeWire, and I see that y'all became Gotta Catch 'Em All. You know what I mean? But I did want to know if y'all see the correlation between like what y'all were doing. This specifically y'all too. Like y'all used to link up and trade Pokemon, and now y'all link up and trade, bro. Like I know, because so when you were gonna say what would I tell myself, like with that, I did not see that coming. I did not see me becoming LimeWire. I can't say I did. Did you see yourself, like, could you have guessed it, like trading and now like trading, bro? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
not at all.
Nah.
Not at all.
so some things you couldn't even have seen.
I couldn't even fathom it.
Yeah, I would.
I couldn't even fathom it.
At that time in my life, I was more focused on just like, yo, I'm gonna be a real estate mogul. I'm gonna be an entrepreneur. I'm gonna be making millions. Like, I didn't know how I was gonna get it.
You know how?
But
Yeah,
I was there in my head.
Yeah, I can say the
understand
same.
me?
Yeah,
I was financially free. Like, I'm taking care of the family. I'm
That's the
breaking
thing
generational curses.
That's the thing. That's the thing about the mental, man. Like, where we are in our minds, and we want it so bad.
Life ain't catch up yet, though.
Yeah. For a fact.
Life ain't catch up yet. I'm gonna stand on that every time.
For a
bro.
fact. For a fact. For a
You know what I
fact.
mean?
But in the moment where we are in our heads, it's not where we are in reality.
Yeah.
And so we work so hard to get to where we are in our minds that sometimes, like, we go too far.
yeah.
And that's when we need to take a step back and step back into reality, because we're living in our vision in our mind. And that's not a problem until
it is.
you get a summons.
Ha,
It's
ha.
real shit.
Yeah,
It's real shit right now. It's real shit until you get a summons. Until you get a summons.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right.
Yeah.
That leads to my second point for if you tell your 15-year-old self. It's funny you say that. Yo, my second point, no lie, was do not rush success. I would tell my 15-year-old self, yo, do not rush success. Yo, it's crazy because during the time when we really started like day trading, we was, you know, really saying, yo, we gonna be financially free. We gonna, you know what I mean, break generational curse, build generational wealth. Yo, I had a mentor. Still got a mentor to this day. He good in the world. He was always telling me, yo, till this day, he's still telling me, yo, Rome, slow and steady wins the race. At that time, I said, nah, I ain't even trying to hear that. I'm trying to get it right now. He said, yo, take your time. Take your time. Don't rush it. Nah. All my life, I've been saying, because since I was like 17, I was saying by the time I'm 30, I'm going to be here. Since the time I was 17, 18, I was saying to myself, by the time I'm 30, I'm going to be here. So I said, yo, I ain't even trying to hear that. Because I've been believing in myself and thinking about this since I was a teenager. So I kept going. I ended up crashing out. All the money that I saved up in my 20s, all the money I made during COVID and after COVID, I lost all of that shit because I ain't take my time. So the second part I tell my 15-year-old self is, yo, don't rush success. Yo, take your time. Yo, literally.
That's heavy.
Take your time with everything. I lost everything I saved up and made in my 20s in a matter of like 2 to 3 years, bro. Yo, I was outside collecting cards at my old job in every weather, bro, in the cold, in the hot days, all of that, bro. I lost all of that, plus the money I saved up during the time of COVID and after. All of that money I stacked up,
Felt that.
I lost everything, bro.
Felt that.
Dreams like nigga, if it's hard, chase them.
Oh man, they're not letting me full screen it. Can you see that, Rome? Deep, so you can't really see it. Maybe you can see here. So I used to always think that the
tortoise in the hair.
Yeah, I used to always think that the tortoise in the hair was just something that, you know, that they tell
Man,
kids.
that junk is real.
Bro, so I thought it was something that they tell kids that was just like BS, like just to tell us to slow down, to be patient and all that. And when I saw this video, I see how See, I used to always think about the slow part, but the key is the steady.
Consistency.
It's the steady part.
Yeah.
You see, because look at the rabbit, he's bouncing everywhere. He's not focused on shit.
He's frantic.
But the turtle, he's locked in, tunnel vision. He don't gotta be fast.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So it's crazy
We
that
gonna get there.
yo, it's
I promise
crazy.
you.
It's crazy.
Slow and steady. Man.
It's crazy that slow and steady wins the race, John, is really real. And when I saw this, I was like, never, bro.
Yo,
I was watching that.
That's something.
Yo,
I've never even seen this video.
They've
Yo,
been
bro.
telling us the gem to life,
Like,
bro.
and this is not a video recorded years ago. So that led me to think that, no, this is regular behavior of a tortoise and the regular behavior of a hare, which is where that analogy came
That's
from.
what I'm saying.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, look at the rabbit. He's literally bouncing and stopping.
I was the rabbit. I'm
This
like,
is a different video than the
Yeah,
other
facts,
one. You know what I mean?
facts.
So it's the behavior of the tortoise and
the
the
tortoise
behavior
know
of the
where he about to end up at.
right. That's so wild, bro.
Hare's like, oh, I made it.
Everybody's calling the hare like, come on, you can do it.
Nah.
It's not in his makeup.
The tortoise know what's up. He locked in.
Done. The hare.
If it
already
take
lost.
5 years, it's gonna take 5 years, but I'm gonna get it.
The hair didn't even move.
He
That's
didn't
the
even
funny
move,
Come
but you
on,
see
bro.
how many people, and that's why you don't compare, bro.
Right.
You see how many people, like, you can look at what they got, but you don't know what they had to do to get it.
Facts.
You don't know where their focus level is at.